104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wuss! I am a wuss!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE. Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Tuesday. It is the first day of October of 2024, and it's 6:01 a.m. with the gang. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Happy Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Bell has a huge deal right now also.
Because it's actually National Taco
And what
Day.
would that deal be?
Every single hour, they have a discount on a taco from Taco Bell.
Let me guess. You got to download the app.
I'm sure you do, but hey, it's worth it. I think. Let me look. I sent it to my husband because I'm like, look, we could do. I love Taco Bell.
Have you ever tried Taco Cabana?
I have, and I still like Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like comfort food. It's
It
everywhere.
is. It's
Taco
totally.
Tuesday.
You go with what you know.
It's different.
Yeah.
90, what is it? Was the stat? 90% of Americans like to eat tacos. Who was the
Portuguese.
celebrity that...
Torchies.
Velvet Taco.
Yeah, years ago when Letterman was still on, it was Jason Segel from Forgetting Sarah Marshall and How I Met Your Mother.
What do you
Wasn't he
do?
calling them tacos?
Tacos?
He was like, oh, what do you like to put on your
It's a
taco?
northern thing.
And it's like,
Ugh.
taco? What the hell are you saying? It is a taco.
Taco.
It's a taco. A taco. Yeah, and yes, to your point, Sam, the hourly drops offerings at Taco Bell
You found
are
it?
for $1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Various items throughout the day for just $1 through the loyalty apps for most of the chains. Mexican food is America's second favorite cuisine behind Italian. I like that Italian. food.
Wait, you're saying Italian ranks above Mexican
Yes,
food?
that's number one. Mexican food's number two.
Oh, not in my world. I'd have to say
there's no Italian.
Tex-Mex is number one for me.
There's no fast food Italian, huh?
Fazoli's was the fast
those
food.
breadsticks, yeah.
I mean, Olive Garden's
Fazoli's.
close, but
I mean, like fast food.
No,
I think
fast
they're
food,
not
but
fast
drive-thru.
food.
No, they're not.
There's no
drive-thru.
drive-through Italian food.
No,
You know
not
what you
really.
do? I take a bowl of spaghetti with extra meatballs
Too
Seriously.
messy.
behind the wheel.
That's true.
Fazoli's had that
It's
outright.
not
Did they
really
really?
food
Where was Fazoli's,
that you
Kev?
can
There was-
nibble on in the car.
I only remember one in Katy.
Fazoli's.
It might even still
Never
be
even
there.
heard of that.
Dallas, we had
Is it
one
good?
when I lived there.
Or was it just
It's
like comfort?
not. It ain't bad. It ain't bad. You know what? If you're in a pinch and you want some good, especially you know what? And I even learned to make something from them. They will do this like bake where they bake the spaghetti and the cheese and the meat together, and it kind of congeals into one like little lasagna style dish, but it's with different kinds of pastas.
Kind of like a pasticcio.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
the Greek
Like-
lasagna is what we call
You've
it.
got some
decent
breadsticks,
Italian,
some
but
baked.
It's like a step down from Olive Garden.
Oh, is it?
I don't want to
Fazoli's.
take them down any. If you're listening to Fazoli's, I love you. You can send over some.
But there is a difference. If you like were to travel up north, tri-state area, somewhere around there, and you had Italian food, it is unbelievable. It is really, really.
Absolutely.
It's different. It's
Plus,
good.
I think if
I mean,
you
it's
drink-
great.
It's like when you go to Napa and you try the wines, you feel like the wine is so much better there. And
Yeah.
you buy a bunch, you get back, you go, oh, why did I spend so much? This is okay wine. You get cut up in the moment, too.
Yeah.
I think every area of the United
You
States
go
has
to
got their
New York
own
and you have a piece
area.
of pizza, you feel like it's better because you're walking around New York and you got that,
Yes.
that high.
Yes.
You're like,
Doesn't mean
oh,
that
I'm
pizza's
having
any
New
better
York
than the
pizza
pizza you
in
have.
New York.
Pizza's a bad litmus test because I don't think the pizza in New York City is any better than pizza that I've had here. You know?
Really?
It's a hype. I mean, it's
Well,
all the other
everything
dishes.
here is imitating New York pizza, so it's not like we have a Houston native recipe of pizza to compare it to.
Do not get the
Right.
Pizza Hut Chicago Tavern style.
Oh, why is that?
It's a turd.
What is it supposed to be?
And I like
real
Pizza
thick?
Hut. I like Pizza Hut, but it's supposed to be. It's thin.
Uh-huh.
I think it's too thin. They try and make this garlicky stuff on it. Just
Is it like a current
it did not
promotion
bring me
right
back
now?
to my memories of
Well, you're a Chicago boy.
yeah. But Chicago is tavern style pizza. That's
Uh-huh.
what we are. It's not deep dish.
Are you a
It's
thin
not?
crust guy?
deep
Or-
dish is just
Hold
for
on,
tourists?
sorry, I'm having a mind blown
We don't
thing.
we don't eat that every.
Yeah, that's
I don't
not
even
like
think
your
I ate
every.
it. My first 16 years of my life, 14 years of my life, I don't remember the first
Because
four.
why
but
is it then so well known then that everything, like all Chicago pizza is that
It's like a
giant
tourist
crust
thing.
with a bunch of cheese on top?
I think because
Detroit
you
has it
can't get
too.
it other places,
Yeah.
so that's what made it
Makes
such
special.
a
And you,
yes.
And you will eat it. It's good. I just You can't eat that every day.
There's a
No,
scene,
it's too much.
There's a scene on Netflix's Emily in Paris. She's from Chicago, living in Paris, and her parents send her a care package. Oh my God, I got pizza. And they're like, that is disgusting. What is that? Americans are such pigs. Like, they just go on this whole thing about how disgusting we are as Americans for how are we eating this? Like this giant crust with all this cheese. She goes, oh, you must have had Lou Malnati's.
Yeah, it says
That's like a big
They don't
Giordano's
necessarily
there.
like. I was lucky enough to actually have pizza in Rome, and the way they do it there is just so different.
It's
I mean,
not
it's
pizza
amazing.
like we have here.
not- yeah.
When I was in Italy with my sister, I actually missed pizza in America. I was like, all right, I'm good with all this legitimate pizza, but can we just, I just want like the thick crust, like not the thick crust, like I'm talking about the Eric's Chicago pizza, but the pizza as we know it. I was actually missing that because I guess I'd spent too many days in Italy. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
done
over
now. Like appetizers, bowls of pasta. All right, I can't eat anymore.
Just everything is so fresh there,
Yeah, they're throwing it in the brick oven right there in front of
right
you.
in front of you. Yeah, it's amazing.
People are saying there was facilities, but I don't see any. Like there is one now.
See, Kevin, you didn't go there enough, and now they're not there.
Nah.
Well, because they were far away. They're in
They're never,
Katy and
like-
Willowbrook.
Like really close to him. He's not going to travel. If
No.
he's going to travel that far, he might
Let
as
me
well.
look.
No,
Go to
when
an
I
Italian
lived
restaurant.
when I lived for a hot minute in Katy, when I moved down here to start with you guys, that's where I discovered the Fazoli's there. And what's great is we had it in Virginia Beach, and I had gift certificates to it, so I was still able to use them down here. I was like, hallelujah.
Are there certain restaurants that any of y'all will just say, I'm going to make the journey, even though it might take an hour to get there? You're just so into them.
I mean, I
you're
think, like-
loyal.
like
you want to go
Killen's-
back.
I'll go to the Pearland.
Yeah.
That's like 24 minutes.
By the
That's not
way,
bad.
Ronnie Killen, either he bought a Lamborghini or he bought one of those other flat luxury cars, and his personalized license plate is 1.0 GPA.
Oh, is that his? I saw that.
That's his, right? He posted that on his Instagram.
I didn't know if that was his or he was making fun of somebody or if it was.
No, because I saw the comments. I thought, okay,
I know he
maybe
loves
he took
cars.
a picture of it, but all the comments showed that is his thing. For those that don't know Ronnie Killen's story, he used to work in a bar where there was a Bentley on the wall, like the actual car, and he would, work this bottom line job in this bar, and the owner's like, you're never going to get one of those. You want to see that? That's about as close as you're ever going to get to a Bentley. So when he became successful, he was like, I'm going to buy a Bentley. And so he did. Obviously, now he's bought another super luxury car, and it was a 1.0 GPA license
Yeah, I
plate.
remember we were over there that one time. He just got that Bentley.
Yes, because he was
It was like his 50th or
wiping it
something,
down,
or-
and we didn't know that was actually him. We thought maybe it was somebody there to watch the car.
Is he trying to say that in college he had a 1.0 GPA?
It's saying that you don't have to be Harvard level to be success.
Okay.
Yeah, 1.0 GPA. Maybe some school's not made for everybody, but man, you got to find your footing somewhere to get successful.
Yeah, it's not always the be all to end all to just because you went
Yeah.
to Ivy League school, you're going to be successful. I know plenty of people that went to Ivy Leagues and they're turds.
Or even not Ivy League, just regular school. Maybe you dropped
They
out, it
think they're
didn't
so
work for
smart
you.
and it doesn't work for you. Sometimes when you think you're the smartest person in the room, it's like
I
you're gonna
roll.
fail.
The smartest
roll.
person is the one that's not going to talk about being smart. It's the one that's not going to, they're just going to sit back and they're going to listen and take everything in.
Yeah, look at me.
That's what Sam does.
Well, and also today, Astros wild card game run,
what else
baby. Sam's all quiet.
I know
Before
you
we know
know
it,
that, Eric.
she's got front row seats, and we don't know it because she didn't
Yeah.
talk about them.
On my way to
No.
work today, I was listening to this New York show. There's syndicated sports, and they're doing the news like, oh, and Detroit takes on the Astros. Go Detroit! Everyone's for Detroit. Everyone, even Astro fans, hate Houston. I'm like,
No, we
screw
don't.
you! I hate Yankee
Even
fans, man. That's
Astro
why
fans hate Houston.
like Yankee fans are they're a pill, man. They're a different animal.
I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. What's that mean when you call somebody, you're a
It's like a bitter pill. It's so hard to swallow.
I don't get it. Why they're? I mean, I understand you want to hate the Astros because
Well, you
they've
could
been
just troll them
successful
by
for so long.
saying, you're really cocky for a team that never
Well, that's
makes
how
it.
any storyline works. You got to have a villain.
Yep. So
We are the villains.
it's
and
us
that's
against
fine.
the world starting today at 1:30.
Yes.
So get there early,
love the
friends.
fact. I
if you're
love
going
the
to
fact that
game.
it's an afternoon game and we can actually, not have to wait up. I know you were incensed that it's not, being respectful and giving us prime time slot, but it's really nice for us as fans that
Speaking
we
of
don't have
base-
to stay up so late.
Was it yesterday? Did I mention Pete Rose yesterday on the show?
You did.
And then he died.
I know, isn't that crazy? There were 2 sports deaths. We'll talk about them. 'Cause
Oh,
the other one, I was like, what?
One.
I was so gut punched last night when I saw the second one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Aw. Okay, here's your weather for today.
It is going to be sunshine, but I should warn you, there's an ozone pollution watch in place for Harris, Galveston, and Brazoria counties all the way through Thursday. It is really bad air quality. The ozone is a lung irritant that can trigger asthma And they say the worst of it will be between 4 and 6 p.m. But like I said, it's going to be sunshine today, high around 93, right now 71 degrees, and 610 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Radio right here
Time for your daily scoop. Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. 8 o'clock this morning, we're going to give you the Say It for Sabrina phrase. We reveal that at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then at 9 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. All you need to do is be caller 104 and just say it back to us. And you're a finalist for a 4-pack of tickets to her show at the end of the month at Toyota Center and a sweet ride to the show. It's all brought to you by Shell Federal Credit Union. The ride to the show, to and from the show, is provided by Top Tier Chauffeur Services, and it's tickets in the suite.
To me, that's like so fun, having the stress of the ride taken away from you. Not having to park and pay all that
That's
money.
the only negative. You have such a great time because you're in a suite. You get the ride. I mean, that experience is unbelievable. It's like once you've done it, it's like, oh man, now I've ruined myself for the rest of my life.
Oh.
It's like going
Like
to
once
first
you've
class.
done it, you can't go back.
I did first class a couple times. I'm like, man, this is the life. But I can't obviously do it every time.
Nope.
And it really ruins you.
I'm sure you can.
That's why I just have never been on a private jet before, because then I could never travel ever.
No, I'd love to.
Private jet.
I've always wanted to do it.
I'm saying the only one
Bucket
I
list
think the
items.
closest one I can get on is that JSX one that goes from Houston to Dallas for like the same price as Southwest. But that's not, I mean, I think I've heard it's great. Eric, you've done it. My husband's done it going to Dallas. It's
No, I
fantastic,
wanna
I've
do
heard.
one here to
Because it's
Vegas.
like 30 seats,
Here to Vegas and back.
a private jet.
Yeah.
Then you'll never go to Vegas ever again, because if you can't go private jet, you never want to
And
go
you go with
back.
a bunch of friends and you're drinking and playing cards and then having fun.
That sounds like so much fun.
And then just land and then you just, because all that headache.
Is there a negative to that we don't know because we don't
Yeah,
done it?
you're bankrupt.
or
No, I'm saying it's not your jet. Obviously, you're going to like tag along on somebody else's. But what's the negative? Is it like, is it a hard ride? Is it not as comfortable as you think? All the videos on Instagram that I've seen of people in private jets, like JJ Watt or all these sports stars, it looks pretty.
It looks
cushy.
real lush.
It looks real comfortable.
My
That would
friend,
be nice. I'd try it.
Yeah.
she worked for a company up in the East Coast that like has private jets, and they go and like sell all these private jets and rent them out, and so she has to fly them so that she can talk about them.
Right. Awesome.
And I'm like,
She's
could
like,
you
how'd
imagine
she
that
go
being your
coach?
job?
It's like cars. You got
How
to
does
test
she go
drive 'em.
commercial?
So all of her pictures, because I was like, why are all your pictures in private jets? Like, what the heck are you doing
"That's
right
my
now with
job,
your
girl."
life? Yeah, and she's like, that's my job. I actually try and like sell these or rent these out. I was like, well, that's smart. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
How else are
Probably
people going
ruins
to
her
get
on
that?
regular travel, though.
Yeah, they set them all up. They probably line them up and you pull into a
Yeah,
hangar.
it's like a
and
car
you can pick,
dealership,
you want
but
this one, this
right. Whew. Can't imagine what the
Amazing.
commission on that is.
Anyone has a private jet you'd like to?
I want to do that
such a ride,
for
we'll take that.
a yacht.
Ooh, that's another amazing
This
one.
is a yacht. It's bigger than a boat. It's bigger than a boat.
I hate to talk, Kevin.
That's how those yacht owners, these
how you do it?
mega yachts that you see, a lot of these yacht owners that spend like the millions of dollars on this ship, they make money because they'll lease it out for like a week.
Yeah, it's $1 million bucks a week.
Unless I'm Jeff Bezos and you have more money than ever, you don't need to lease it out. It's like you don't have to Airbnb it. You just own
that's
a $500
true.
million yacht. And nobody else is going to sit in that
Jeez.
toilet except you.
Yeah.
Right?
What a life.
All right, let me get to some sad news. I was so sad yesterday to hear that Dikembe Mutombo passed away. Hall of Fame NBA player, former Houston Rocket, superstar, super great heart, amazing things he did for his community. The first time I heard of Dikembe Mutombo was in 1994 when the monkey in our back for sports was the Seattle Supersonics for the Rockets. We always had such a hard time beating that team. They were the number 1 seed. The Denver Nuggets, where Dikembe Mutombo was playing, was the 8th seed, and they beat the Seattle Supersonics in the playoffs, and that was our path.
That was like the first
because
time.
next we had to play them, and then I was like, okay, this is amazing. If they had not beat the Supersonics, I don't know what would have happened that series. And that year, the Rockets ended up winning their first championship.
And that was like,
Yeah.
that was the first round because you just have to win 3 games. So it's always
Yes.
scary. I remember there's a photo of Dikembe, like on the ground with his hands straight up holding the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, I
'Cause I
remember
couldn't
that.
believe they had beat the Seattle Supersonics.
That was huge back
It
in
was
the day.
huge. It was huge. And then Dikembe Mutombo was such a beautiful man, such a beautiful soul. For anybody who ever worked with him with charities or whatever, they had to be touched by Dikembe Mutombo's spirit. It was amazing. He played 18 NBA seasons. He started with the Nuggets. He went to the Hawks in Atlanta, Philadelphia 76ers, the New Jersey Nets, the New York Knicks, and then he ended with the Houston Rockets before he retired in 2009.
Last 5 years with the Rockets. The team tweeted yesterday yesterday. His fun-loving personality and trademark finger-wagging endeared him to fans around the world, but Dikembe's true impact was his passion for helping others. Our condolences go out to his loving family and friends.
58 years old, passed away from brain cancer. Was diagnosed 2 years ago. I was trying to see which kind of brain cancer it was because I'm so curious since somebody in my family passed away from that. But it's so sad. But man, what a legacy that man left behind. So, because that news came after the national news that Pete Rose passed away, and he's a huge name in baseball. But if you didn't follow baseball, like Kevin's like, I don't know who that guy is.
Kev,
Do you know who
was
Pete
that-
Rose is?
Oh, of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
I
you
know
do
about
him
his
for his scandal.
His scandal.
Yeah,
Yes,
His
that's-
gambling. He was
yes.
not allowed. He was banned from the
thought you were
Baseball Hall of
joking.
Fame.
No,
No. That was
Okay.
definitely like in my time
You got so
frame of
jazzed.
sports.
He's like, I
I
know it's
totally
I-
know him.
I finally
He's
know.
my favorite baseball player
Oh no,
ever.
No, he was not on the Phillies. So
Yeah,
I
yours
don't-
is Mike Schmidt or something.
It was
Yeah.
Mike
I know,
Schmidt. Absolutely.
Every kid from Philly likes that dude. Yeah, Mike Schmidt with that mustache.
I even put that in a prank call one time.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, Pete Rose was
Mr.
a
Mike
three-time World Series champ, 17-time All-Star, but banned from the Hall of Fame for baseball because of his gambling scandal when he was managing the Cincinnati Reds. He bet on the team, and that was from
Bunch of
86,
hypocrites
89.
now.
Yeah, I know.
Now
They
they
all
got gambling everywhere in baseball.
cheat.
In the steroid scandal,
Just all the stuff that-
all those guys get to be in
It's
there.
like mission accomplished, MLB. He's dead now. Now you can put him in.
Right.
Yeah,
You
not
don't
let
even get
him-
to enjoy
83
that.
years old.
Yeah.
We just saw him at my birthday in Vegas. Tassos and I were walking by, and I was like, "Hey, Eric, there's Pete," and he was just walking around.
How did he
with
look?
scissors. Good. There's a picture of him 2 days ago
Yeah.
at a card show with 5 of his old players.
So what? How'd he die?
I have no idea.
Heart attack? or?
Just it says here,
Once you get in your 80s,
doesn't really say no word on cause of death yet.
he was in a wheelchair. I saw like when he took the photo,
Oh, is that right?
but we saw him in February. He's just walking around. He wants to be seen. He loves Caesars because that's why I was telling you about how he was always autographing stuff.
Oh,
At Caesar's Palace.
I didn't do it because it was too much money.
yeah, he charged for those. He's still Major League Baseball's all-time hits leader, and he holds a lot of records, but not in the Hall of Fame because of the gambling scandal. Most hits, 4,256 hits.
That is a travesty that he's not in the Hall of Fame. He may have done bad things, but guess what? There are plenty of people that are in all these halls
He
that I'm
wasn't
sure
betting
have
against
done
his
way
team.
worse.
It's like he was betting. If he did bet, it was for his team. He
Yeah.
wasn't betting like.
Because had he bet against
To
the team,
lose.
it'd be
If he
more
was betting
scandalous because he'd be like, okay, we're going to throw this game.
Yeah, they're
because
throwing
it wins.
games.
Yeah, he wasn't
But
doing.
he was
Right.
betting they would win.
Right.
So that was big sports news yesterday. And then if you watched Saturday Night Live over the weekend, well, I don't know how many people still consume the actual show when it's airing live versus when you watch vignettes, but they did a Spirit Halloween spoof because Spirit Halloween is everywhere. It's Halloween season, right? And in the spoof, they talk about how providing vulnerable communities with the things they need most: wigs that give you a rash, single-use fog machines, and costumes of famous characters tweaked just enough to avoid a lawsuit. Like, there's a whole thing on Spirit Halloween, and Spirit Halloween posted on their X a picture of like the costumes you can buy. You know, it's in the plastic casing.
That was a big thing
That
last
you
year.
unfold it, right? And they have their own brand, like the Spirit Halloween. They'll be like glam from the 20s, and it'd be like a Marilyn Monroe or something, but they can't call it Marilyn Monroe. This one says irrelevant 50-year-old TV show includes dated references, unknown cast members, and shrinking ratings. Adult-sized costume for SNL 50, the anniversary season.
Oh, damn.
Gosh. Savage.
Have you heard anything about this SNL movie that's coming out?
Yeah, it's that one. It's like supposed to be the first.
It's supposed to be about
Oh,
the first
yeah, the one of the first
year.
season from
Yeah.
1976. And I saw the cast side by sides of who's playing Belushi, who's playing Chevy
Aykroyd.
Chase. But when does that come out? I don't know the date.
It's
No
soon.
idea.
The trailer's out. Like I saw
they
the
did a
trailer.
spot on job with the casting. Everybody looks really good.
Yeah.
But the people now, I don't even know like any of the
don't
names.
think
Even
I've
the people
ever
I do
watched
recognize,
it
I'm like, I don't know who this
Yeah.
person is.
Well, the cast is huge now. If you look at the first season,
Never watched
there
it
were
then.
6 cast members. That's it. There's something like 25 now.
Wait, Sam, you're saying you've never watched one episode of SNL ever?
Not a full one. Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah.
You only watch like the clips, I guess.
Maybe
on,
clips
all you
that have
need.
come up on my Instagram or something. My parents never watched it, and my friends never watched it, so it was never. You know what I mean? Like it was. Just,
Yeah, and also let's think about Sam's,
What am I
like-
getting from that? You know, it's not sports. It's.
Well, there was. I
for
think
me,
you
it
would
was-
have been the kid.
Pop-
Hold
It
on,
was
let's
sitting
think of
down
her.
with my dad and laughing
But my
together
parents
with
didn't
him.
watch it.
Yeah, but
So-
think about this. What's Sam's like high school years? Would have been what, the Will Ferrell years?
What year were you in high school?
I graduated in 2010.
So Will Ferrell was already
way
gone
later.
from that.
Yeah, he was gone.
That wasn't really the fun.
So, like,
was
I
it
don't know.
Taron Killam years.
Yeah, maybe you get the crappy year.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it
Like
was
we got
never part
Dana
of my...
Carvey.
Dana Carvey,
But you
Myers
say,
to
how
Church
can I
Lady.
watch something? It has nothing for me. You could discover new things, Sam, if you watch something that wasn't in your comfort
But
zone.
there's
or
a
your
million other
wheelhouse.
things to watch. I'm not going to go and search this
I think what
out.
makes
There's a
it
lot of
fun,
murder mysteries.
pop culture
Yeah.
stuff. There's pop culture in it. What's going on in the world, from politics to just silly stuff like Spirit Halloween jokes.
Spirit
Like the
Halloween.
news update. The news is funny. I just don't like when they stop the news and they go to a character.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, just give me the news. Give me the funny jokes. I don't want to.
Where would I even find this, though, if I don't have cable?
Peacock.
I don't have
You can
Peacock.
find it on YouTube. They have an SNL YouTube channel.
Okay.
But they don't
I'll
have
try and watch
everything
like
on there.
one episode and see if anything
Go on social
sticks.
media and just SNL like on.
You can just
Yeah,
watch
that's what I'm
Twitter.
saying. I can watch the small clips, but I've never seen like from start to finish.
Yeah, you're not
Just
missing
not-
much.
yeah, it's just
I mean,
not in
I'd
my-
say every episode there's like 10 funny minutes out of 90.
Shane Gillis
Maybe not even.
last year. He had great skits for everything.
Really?
If you would get a chance, well, I'll show you that one.
That
Okay.
SNL movie, by the way, is coming out October the 11th.
Okay.
And it's Jason Reitman who directed it.
Oh, Ivan
And-
Reitman's son.
And I've had a chance to go sit in the audience for SNL when Megan Thee Stallion was the host and the musical guest. And man, talk about the stuff that doesn't make it. I did the 8:30 audience where it doesn't make it. And oh my God, there was this terrible skit about this dead guy at the top of a water slide. It was so painful to even sit there and like, they better cut this from the live show. This is terrible.
That was not funny.
And, oh my God, it was horrible. And then, we got back to the hotel. And I was like, let me see if they put that in the live show. And they did not. Thank goodness. It was terrible.
There was like a real story or something I remember on TikTok where they're like, the guy died. How do we get him down?
at the top of the water slide.
Oh.
Do you push him down?
And it's
the
Megan Thee
slide?
Stallion
or
and the
take
other
him down the
workers.
stairs.
Or take him down the
Right.
stairs. Like,
It was
respectful.
so
Although-
weird. Even the audience were like, oh, this is weird.
Although if
That's
I was trying to get
cringe.
on that ride and I died, I'd be like, at least let me finish the ride. Take me down.
Push
Yeah,
me
do you want to
down.
carry him down or do you want to just slide him down?
Push me down. Or
Yeah,
if I'm
push
on
me
the
It
down.
ride-
reminds me of like, have you seen The Penguin on Max?
Nah, yeah, I'm waiting until it ends.
It's really, really good. But he's, and this gives nothing away. There's a scene where he's carrying a body and he's like, why am I carrying this thing down the stairs? Just finally throws it over the edge.
It's not going to complain.
Ouch.
You said you had Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig in that era.
Oh,
Sam.
Bill Hader was so good.
Yeah.
Surprised you never saw any
Kristen
skits
Wiig
of
was
his.
really good.
There's a puppet one that me and Eric will have to show you during the break.
Yeah,
that
like I
makes us
said,
laugh
maybe
every
like
time.
small clips, but like I said, my parents didn't watch it, so it just didn't come up on my.
Radar.
Yeah, my friends weren't watching that either.
Right. Especially if your parents didn't watch it.
No, I was in like Laguna Beach and
Oh, yeah.
that kind of vibe.
The MTV stuff.
Yeah.
Jersey Shore.
Yes.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Jersey Shore is more my college, but yes.
Oh, yeah, because Special K used to pretend like he was the Jersey
GTL,
Shore and he'd go to
GTL.
Washington.
Hey, coming up next, we've got some listener line calls, and there is one that happened very close to my house. Jones Road and 290.
A listener call that happened close to your house? You mean it's base coming
this
from
is
your
an
neighborhood?
Uber driver who got their window shot out, blasted out. Really
Yeah,
close
Ryan
to my
chased
house.
Ryan's rifle out the back
Well,
window.
now I don't need to hear it if that's all. It's
Oh, no, there's more to it.
We'll hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Roula and Ryan's listener line.
You have 912 messages.
Ew. Screw you, clown.
You are a know-it-all, know-nothing. Really?
104.1 KRBE.
Oh, the listener line.
718-278-VENT.
Yes.
That is our number.
Lock that up in your contacts, kids. Friends, put that in your contacts. That's your direct connection to the Roula and Ryan Show when we're not on the air, or even when we are on the air. And you want to make a comment, go straight to that line. We get a variety of calls. One has to do with Ryan's neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, I unfortunately had to cut this down a little bit. She was very, very wound up about this, and rightly so. It involves an Uber driver who picked up a couple of passengers from out of Houston. So I had to edit it down so y'all
So
could...
she's the Uber driver?
She is the Uber driver. Now listen to what happened to her.
Hi, my name is Angela. I've been a long-time listener. I just want to let you know something that happened to me Friday morning about 1:45, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm an Uber driver. I go and pick up some customers over in the Heights area. I'm taking them home off of Highway 6 and 290. Somebody gets behind us, and the people in the back say, he just shot out your window. Then they proceeded to go around me to the left and get in front of me. So I was trying to get closer to them so I could get their license plate. They threw something at my window and completely broke the window, and all the glass started shattering on the customers in the back. So I called 911. So we exited Jones, and a Jersey Village police officer came and goes around and starts looking, and sure enough, there is a bullet hole. I've lived in Houston my entire life, and this has never happened to me. This is unfortunate that this is what our city has come to.
Yeah. So, I mean,
It's just random acts of violence.
yeah. Yeah. And apparently what I had to take out, because they went back and forth, they sped up and then they hit the brakes in front of them. It was
I
almost
wonder,
like they were
was it
trying to
road
cause
rage?
an accident.
Because I was wondering what happened here. Just
Right.
They just shot. There had to be more to it.
Yeah. And then she said that basically.
Got a little too much there, Ryan Chase.
No, I'm
That movie
sorry.
just had the ending.
Yeah, I just gave you the spice. But
Well, I mean, look at what's been going on with that poor family who lost their son, their 19-year-old son, Cody Johnson. They still don't know who shot that
well,
boy.
it's interesting
on
that you bring that up
I-10 in
because
99.
somebody called about that as well.
I was just listening to you guys talk about Cody Johnson on air. I actually work with his mom. We work in Fort Bend ISD. My heart is breaking for Amy and her whole family right now. And I really just hope that someone saw something and calls Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, because they're still looking for answers. It was, like you said, Highway 99 into Katy Freeway. It was Friday night. Harris County Sheriff deputies found him dead inside his vehicle after somebody reported it slowly rolling
sorry.
down the highway.
If you got that much rage in your life, you do not deserve a gun.
No
There's so many
kidding.
great.
No.
I always said 99% of gun owners are decent people that are responsible, but that 1%, like these idiots that
Makes the
can't
news all the time.
and causes awfulness.
And I mean, to think that somebody did this to that poor boy.
Ended
I mean,
a
he's
life.
a boy. Let's think about this.
Yeah.
19
Whole
years
life
old, you're a
ahead of
boy.
him.
How old was he?
19.
That's it.
Just
And
graduated.
whoever that person is just rolling along, like went to sleep, is living their life. Like you don't think that whatever you did, like you have destroyed an entire community with the death of this
Well, now they're probably
person.
hiding.
Do
Yeah.
you think that
They
they
probably
even
realized what happened when they heard the news. Now they're probably
Well, you gotta
trying to hide their car,
Yeah.
get rid of it somewhere.
I mean, there got to be
Get rid of the
cameras, y'all.
gun.
Don't we have cameras,
There's cameras
everywhere? It's
everywhere.
like I've seen enough, Born Identity to know that there's like cameras everywhere.
But
They
on
could
the
probably find
highway?
something. I don't know.
you
That's
have to
why
go
it's
back
such a
and you
mystery.
just find the time. Then you got to try and puzzle, like
Yeah.
Piece it all together.
piece it all together like a puzzle.
Gosh. And especially at night at that time on I-10 and 99, I don't know if I would be, unless I saw a commotion, I don't know if I was just going along on like the faster lane, that over there was a car. I don't know. You'd be like, oh, what's that car rolling for? Maybe you saw the car rolling, but you didn't see the incident. Because the car was, if you see the news footage, the car had just rolled to the side. That's what
And
people
how
call it.
terrifying
Why is this car so slow?
For the person that went up to that car and looked inside of it,
Yeah, so
they're
at
like,
what
oh
point
my
did this
God.
shooting happen? Like, where did it happen? Where we're lucky this poor boy's car didn't fly off the freeway. And I mean, it's just
Or
terrible.
hit somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So if you know anything, call Crime Stopper 713-22-TIPS.
People get a grip on your road raging.
All right.
Get
We
a
just
grip.
had Dumb Question Amnesty at the end of September, and this guy had a question for us.
Why do Texans love pickup trucks so much? I'm hella confused. Y'all take them to the grocery stores. You park them in the tiny spaces. I just get confused. Please let me know why y'all love them so much.
I thought he
Why
said
do
the
we
actual
love
football team.
pickup trucks?
I thought he meant the football team.
It's
At first, why the
Texas
Texans
too.
like trucks so much? I go, oh, probably have a lot of
They're
money.
big-
Buy them.
CJ Stroud's is a big fan, I guess, because they're
We
tall.
do need our
We love our
trucks.
trucks.
But
Three
our
of us
parking lots
have
need to be bigger.
Yes,
Texas
pickup
edition.
style trucks, and I use mine to carry drywall and wood and
It
construction
makes
materials.
sense for you.
Eric probably carries beach chairs.
Yep, all my
Yeah.
beach stuff down
Back
on the
and forth
beach.
to the beach.
Well,
My
with the
whole life-
flood.
My whole life on a farm, I wanted a truck, but I was too poor. I couldn't. Like my
I can't
dad.
believe you never had a truck.
We had like an extra one, a Scottsdale, 1979.
Oh,
It was a beast. I loved that thing, but it was like rusted. It was.
Oh, yeah.
I take that when we go camping with my
You're like,
buddies.
that
smelled
wouldn't have
funny.
made it down here.
But I would never make that thing. So I,
I used
never had
mine
a real
too,
truck.
Kev,
I always
for
had a,
carrying things.
I almost had a truck, but my
Things.
stepmom gave it to her son. When my dad died.
Oh, man. What
So
a
I didn't get my
bummer.
Chevy 1500, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was. So I don't know why everyone has trucks though. It's funny when my family comes down here, like, damn, there's a lot of trucks.
trucks.
They're
And there's
everywhere.
a lot of
everywhere.
Texas edition.
Yes.
Yes.
Texas
It's a
edition
Texas
truck.
F-250.
Yeah, so
Okay.
much, you have so much room. I have a Dodge Ram, and I have so much room in the back for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. I just know if I want to haul stuff, I can.
And by the way,
Yeah.
if you guys have
You're
not
up
seen
higher.
the news the last 24 hours of how glorious the water in Galveston is, I don't know if it's because of Hurricane Helene or some kind of
Because I
a
did this weekend,
system,
my brother-in-law said, so it's
but
been
oh my
Is the water
gosh.
bluish?
It's just so clear. Like
Clear.
I posted a video at Radio Roula on Instagram. It's one of my friends in Galveston was like, "Look, I'm up to my knees. You can still see my feet. Like, what is going on? The water looks unreal right now. What's causing that? Can we keep that all the time?
Just keep it for.
Can we just have that all the time?
Just instead of 2 weeks a year.
So great. It would be so great if we had that all the time.
Hey, yo. Time for KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so there is an ozone pollution watch in place for Harris, Galveston, and Brazoria counties all the way through Thursday. It's a lung irritant. It can trigger asthma attacks with people that have, sensitivity. And it usually is the worst between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Now, how about some good news from CenterPoint Energy? They plan to overhaul their power grid infrastructure ahead of the 2025 hurricane season. The company aims to add 25,000 poles made of fiberglass or other material that can withstand extreme winds to the system. They're also committed to undergrounding more than 400 miles of power lines. About 46% or 26,000 miles of CenterPoint's power lines are now going to be underground. The utility also set a target of trimming and removing vegetation along 4,000 miles of power lines. I think people were just so fed up after the last time, after Beryl, and not having power coming right after the derecho. I mean, we didn't have power for 8 days, and then the second time it was 12 days. And I think that was a lot of the city. If you want to do something really fantastic this week, and if you're looking for some art, you can bid on amazing art donated by local artists. It's at Art for the Cure. KRBE is going to be there this Saturday from 1 to 4 at the Houston Community College, and that's in the Southeast Learning Hub building. It's at 6815 Rustic Street. This is a great organization. I've actually donated some paintings. Proceeds are going to benefit ovarian cancer awareness, cures, and patient care. So you can come stop by the art gallery. It's on the second floor. It's this weekend from 1 to 4 at HCC Southeast Learning Hub. And that's what's going down in H-Town.
So Tuesdays at 7 o'clock, we talked to somebody who got messed with. They got their payback, but the person that messed with them doesn't know the payback's coming. It's called revenge. You're going to hear it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.